Good morning, BX2021 students and staff. Today, Sam and I will be presenting you with an overview of a coffee business we have chosen to analyse by describing the business product, its customer base, statistics within the industry in which the business operates. Furthermore, we will attempt to define quantity, denoted as Q. Finally, we will conclude the presentation with a 5-minute session for discussion in regard to the content delivered. Mojo's is a modern, affordable and great tasting coffee shop located in Smithfield, Cairns. The business is undoubtedly one of the more popular coffee shops in the suburb, and for many reasons. Some customers say it's because of the coffee, others the intangible experience you get when you're there. The business operates in an inviting location within a CrossFit gym across the road from the James Cook University. Anyone who is a coffee lover that wants good service and a top quality blend, Mojo's is the place to go. It is a very welcoming cafe that has established a very positive culture with the gym and its clients. For people who exercise in early mornings or shift workers, Mojo's caters for them. Surrounding businesses, for example the fire station or the police station, workers frequently visit this cafe throughout the morning. According to the ABS, approximately 14,000 people are currently located in the Smithfield area. This means they are within a driving distance of 5 minutes from the coffee shop. All customers purchase their coffee at the shop front, where the customer can see the coffee being made. They can then choose to sit and consume the coffee there, in the vicinity, or have it take away. As seen in the PowerPoint, the SWOT analysis identifies 2 threats that surround Mojo's: Delish Cafe and Aroma Cafe. Both these cafes are located at the JCU opposite Mojo's. Both these cafes also sell food, which adds value yet more costs. Speaking with Travis, the owner of Mojo's, he does not perceive the surrounding cafes as threats or competition. He rather sees Mojo's as an opportunity to be creative, and in his own words, when you see surrounding cafes as competition or threats, you immediately become focused on them rather than your own qualities that make your business unique. There has always been a need for good tasting coffee in Smithfield. Having the opportunity to share the reputable Blackbird's espresso blend generated a good start. It brought popularity and a strong customer base. Prior to startup, I spent many hours researching and came up with 7 success factors that were vital in business confidence. In no particular order, these success factors are: quality of product, location, hole-in-the-wall style coffee shop, low overheads, opportunity for growth, operating hours, variable and fixed costs. He then went to summarise: I believe in personal customer relationships and delivering a quality service. Both Aroma Cafe and Delish have relatively large floor space due to the variety of products they produce and sell. They have room for more tables and customers, complemented with air-conditioned buildings. Having a variety of products can be beneficial, however it can also be detrimental. Quantity over quality. Mojo's, however, specialises in coffee and service, which is quality over quantity. The coffee industry is highly concentrated at the top and fragmented at bottom. For example, Starbucks roughly generates 75% of sales in the US. To illustrate just how concentrated the market is, the 4-firm concentration ratio will be used. This ratio measures the market power of an industry in the economy. It measures the market share of the 4 largest firms in the industry to determine if the market structure is a monopoly, oligopoly, or perfectly competitive. The coffee and tea manufacturing industry is the perfect representation of a monopoly competition. This is significant to consumers as they know that there are alternative coffee shops to choose from. The coffee will be relatively priced the same, and they will know that the price they are paying is reasonable because the providers don't have that much control of the price. According to Table 1, the ratio for coffee and tea industry is 52.5%. There is no significant barrier to entry or exit in the coffee industry due to the low costs. Anyone who is interested in coffee may just start selling anytime, anywhere, even in their own house. The entry and exit costs for the coffee industry are low compared to other industries such as agriculture, manufacturing, petroleum and gas, and real estate. Dominant coffee players are now able to achieve customer service efficiency by introducing automatic espresso machines. However, it appears these efficiencies must be balanced with creating a mystique around the coffee experience and having an awareness of the consumer's price-value ratio. Advantages of high-level technology and machines are shorter waiting times for the customers and the ability to create a variety of fresh, new and unique flavours. On the other hand, it is essential that the level of automation and machinery is well chosen and that there is a clear plan how to integrate the new machinery into the business. Several large coffee companies in the industry have proven already that a key factor in the future will be the ability and willingness to cooperate with other market participants without losing control of the business. Therefore, it is important for Mojos to pursue a full range of alliance opportunities, partnerships for innovation and cost reduction, but also geographic expansion and co-marketing deals. Factors of production are the inputs used in producing goods, services to make an economic profit. They are commonly classified into two groups, labour and capital. To achieve their goals, firms should have the optimal mix of both, not only to maximise production, but to also minimise costs. Labour is the measure of work done by humans in the production of goods and services. Suppliers of labour are paid wages by firms in exchange for their physical, mental and social effort in the production process. A coffee shop can be a hive of activity as several workers are busily serving customers, making coffee and clearing tables. The level of employment will be dependent not only on the number of customers, but can also be impacted by the second production factor, capital. Skilled baristas and semi-skilled waiters are two forms of labour that are employed at Mojos. The second factor of production, capital, can encompass a broad range of inputs. While some firms can operate with substantial investment in land, for a coffee shop it is a relatively important production factor. Attracting consumers can be influenced by the location of a firm, especially one that operates in a competitive market, such as coffee. Therefore, another input is rent costs. Land also encompasses natural resource that begin as raw material and eventually become the finished product. In this case, the coffee we drink goes through an intricate process of farming, harvesting, and roasting before it can be consumed. Capital also includes the equipment necessary to produce the good or service. Mojos requires capital such as coffee machines and furniture. The costs of inputs are characterized as being fixed or variable. Fixed costs are those incurred by a firm that do not vary with the volume of production. They would also be incurred by the firm even without the production of any goods or services. In the case of Mojos, fixed costs will include the rent paid for the lease of the storefront, repayments on any loans, insurance premiums, etc. Variable costs, as the name would suggest, increase and decrease with the volume of production. Labour, utilities and the cost of raw materials are examples of variable costs that are sustained by Mojos. For example, if in 1 month Mojos produces a relatively large number of coffees for patrons, then it would be expected that the total variable costs for the month will be higher. Amongst other things, more labour will be required to service the store and more coffee beans will be necessary to meet demand. Low costs of entry and exit, facing many competitors and minimal differentiation between products contribute to Mojos operating in a market most aptly characterized as being monopolistic competition. The decisions of other businesses, for example, if another cafe raises their prices of its coffee, will not directly influence this decision making of Mojos, such as they would in an oligopoly market. Due to the minimal ability to differentiate between products, marketing for cafe plays a major role in its success. In attempting to find Q, there are several considerations. Estimating demand requires information on several variables. For the quantity of demand for coffee at Mojos, variables we will consider include the average price of products on the menu, the price of coffee beans, tea, money spent on advertising, the population of the suburb, and average weekly income of residents in Cairns. One problem with this estimation is not having substantial data to calculate the meaningful regression analysis. Using income as a variable could create a problem in this demand function. Demand for non-durable consumer goods is usually assumed to depend on income, the price of the good, and the price of substitutes. It is assumed that the income would influence the demand for a non-durable consumer good such as coffee. However, as consumers cannot considerably increase their consumption for coffee, the income variable could be assumed to be less significant. Estimating costs for Mojos will be consideration of variable and fixed costs. In the short run, the only costs that will be able to change are those that are variable. Therefore, the amount of labour that is employed and the price of the raw material will be the two variable costs. The fixed costs will include rent and insurance costs, as well as the price paid for equipment, such as the machine. In the short run, these will not change and will not need to be estimated, as they are constant through any rate of productivity. In the long run, however, they can be altered. This could be a result of moving to a new location, buying an extra coffee machine to increase productivity. This concludes our presentation about Mojo's Coffee Shop. Are there any questions? Thank you.